Okay. Starting the recording.
You okay?
Getting comfy first. Oh, my drink is so far away. I need an L-shaped desk. A standing L-shaped desk. All
I got the L
right, I
shape, but
think.
not standing.
Yeah, I hate sitting. I'm done with this already. Like if I had to edit, I want to edit from this spot, but I don't want to like do stuff from this spot. I want to stand for the other part. I like to move around. I'm too fidgety. Anyways, that's a mat. I'm a fidgety mat. We are the wrestling mats. That's what the name says. Um, and we babble about Raw and all things, well, wrestling in general, but mostly WWE, especially Raw, because we talk about it right afterwards. And that's what we're going to do here again tonight. Usually we're joined in chat by someone named Ghostface. Usually brings some life to it. We'll see if he pops in tonight. Besides that, that's kind of what we do here. It's what we do here. Um, you got any hot takes you want to start with? Want to get this thing rolling?
Yeah. I'm gonna put this out here, and I don't expect it to necessarily be agreed upon, because I did not get to see the last match. I could hear it. I want to go out on a limb and say the McDonough Sheamus match was the best match of the night. But I guess that's more up my alley of meaty men slapping meat, even though Dunham doesn't have that much meat. It's just very toned meat, and those you bastards fucking brought it tonight.
I mean,
I like the other ones, but that one I was just like, "Whoa, you got my attention for sure." Beating the shit out of each other.
feel like you could have brought some more heat with that. That
I
wasn't
could
a
have
hot
brought some
take.
more heat.
You could have brought some more heat with that.
Oh, yeah, I guess that wasn't necessarily a hot take because I did kind of put up the parameters of like, everyone might not agree with me. She probably just went like, I don't care who the fuck agrees with me. Fucking Madame and Sheamus had the best match of the night. Me men slapping meat, toned meat, but
Yeah, I guess that'd be better. We gotta work on your coming in hot type scenarios here.
uh,
That's all
yeah.
good.
I mean, I guess I don't really have hot takes unless I'm like fired up, like, hey, your fucking face looks like a catcher's mitt, that kind of shit.
Yeah, you bring a lot more emphasis on that than
Yeah,
anything else.
I
Poor
get
Charlotte.
I guess when they you know pretty much got me as a mark here, fucking marking out for fucking heat against Charlotte Flair. Yeah, then I can spit out some hot takes. Otherwise, I just come in kind of lukewarm, like, oh, I think this was pretty good.
That's fair. I mean, I
I
just
I have an opinion, but I might get shit on for it because I'm not glazing Jey Uso right now.
that's true.
Wink, wink.
Oh my goodness. Yeah, yeah. It was a great match. And JD's like one of my favorite wrestlers in rings, so I'm gonna like that match. So I have no complaints with that match. It probably is. I was gonna say my takeaway was that this was a night of wrestling more so than anything else. Like
Yeah.
you had several good matches overall. The main event was very good from start to finish. JD's match was very good from start to finish with Sheamus. Um, I know I'm blanking on another one that was a very good match. I don't know why I'm blanking on it right now. Um,
Uh, Penta Rusev, that?
Actually, that was very good too. I wasn't
Yeah.
thinking that at the time, but yeah, that was also. So yeah, they brought the matches tonight. This felt like a very much like we're gonna showcase our wrestling skills tonight. Uh,
Yeah, they kind of told a lot more story with the wrestling than they normally do.
Not a lot of talkie. I mean, it was all at the very
Yeah.
beginning.
Yeah.
Oh no, there was the other one too. It was LA Knight versus Braun. That was the other match I was thinking of too. So there was really four really good matches
Yeah, I sort of want
at
to
least.
save that one in case Ghostface shows up because I sort of have like I sort of have like a I don't have a full on opinion because I couldn't tell if
But
there
we'll
was
wait. We'll hold off. We'll
if
hold
there was
off.
a thing on that or not. But I was
We'll hold off.
wondering. That's sort of
Top
what.
rope.
Yeah, you
The,
already know what I'm thinking of, huh?
yep.
Yeah, yeah. I'm
But we'll hold
wondering
off.
his thought on it.
Um, yeah, I mean, any one of those matches are good. JD was good. Um, I don't know what to think of. Let's start with the longest running thing of this whole Raw situation, which is the Judgment Day.
Okay.
Another backstage segment where um, it seems like Dom is splitting away from everybody else, uh, being self-centered and thinking about only himself.
And yeah.
So the question is here is that Raquel stops Roxanne, but Roxanne wants to go to comfort him. At some point, is Roxanne going to make Dom the priority? Is the question mark. We already
Oh.
see we already see them splitting up the Judgment Day. We already see Dom becoming the bad guy, even though he's so over. He's
Yeah.
becoming the bad guy for that group. And
Do you
the only
almost
question we have to wait to see is, does Roxanne kind of insert herself there so Liv has a rival on her return?
and kind of split them up that way? Maybe Liv stays with Raquel and the Judgment Day, and Dom maybe splits with Roxanne, almost being like a sort of like a valet for him, but she's doing her own wrestling too.
Right, right. She might
Maybe.
lose the tag partner, but gain the man that she wanted at the very beginning of all this.
Yeah, that
Liv
might be the
comes
way it goes.
back. Hmm? Liv comes back, and uh, you know, I still think that's the whole angle there. I think the whole angle would turn out that Finn was always just annoyed because Finn always told her he was a bad dude, and if he bailed on Rhea, he'd bail on her. So Finn's gonna look like even more of a good guy. I think all that's still setting up. I think that's all still setting up personally.
Yeah,
And I'm seeing
it's
more and more clips of Liv on WWE's social medias popping up here and there.
they just had the one with the what was it, like a year ago or so? Them popping her shoulder back into
Yep,
place. Just saw that one today.
yep.
So yeah, I'm seeing
So
that too.
so it makes me think that we're getting closer and closer and closer to her return. So
Yeah, for what I've seen, the estimate is like January, but
yeah.
maybe sooner.
Well, we got Saturday Night Main Event. Then we have War Games.
Mm-hmm.
Then we're into December, and one more major event. So I think you got to figure that they're going to want to start this line back up if she comes back in January, if the Rumble's even in January. I haven't checked the date.
Maybe they save her return for the 1 year anniversary Raw on Netflix for her return.
Could
That
do
would
that.
that would be a big big get for that anniversary date. That would be smart. She's ready
Could very
for it.
well.
Do it there. Prep for Royal Rumble
Mm-hmm.
and start the
Mm-hmm.
drama going with the Judgment Day if that's the way they want to go with it.
Yep. So, but I think they're going to have to probably start in December. So about a month from now, uh, pushing the angle of Roxanne trying to get back with Dom, essentially.
Yeah,
Because you're gonna need at least a month to build that up, so it's like that is the new couple, and be obnoxious and be drive
may,
home that scenario, so that Liv has a real reason to be angry when she gets back.
maybe right after Thanksgiving they start going with all the like kind of like Christmassy stuff and getting real
Yeah,
snuggly with
Roxanne's an elf and stuff like that at times, and
yeah, go
that kind of stuff.
going with those themes and getting real cozy with Dom and all that.
Yep, they
Yeah,
do the commercial for the Black Friday sale, and she's trying to pitch a blanket type of deal. You know what I mean? Because they all have blankets come the holiday
oh,
season.
Oh, okay. I thought you were making some sort of pitch a tent
No,
uh,
no, 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 no,
thing.
no.
I'm like, I don't know what you're going at here, but
No,
I
they
just
literally
heard
have
pitch.
blankets. I was thinking
Oh,
more
okay.
like wrapping themselves in blankets because like
All
Liv will get
right.
a new blanket, Paige will get a blanket. Finn Balor had a blanket at one point.
Okay. I'm sitting here like, can they do that on Netflix? Do they want to?
They can do it if they want on Netflix. They choose not to.
Yeah.
The question mark is what they can do on Disney now. That's the question mark.
Yeah.
Especially if they can't bring the money in like they supposedly can't.
Oh boy. Boy, did they bait and switch ESPN, huh? All right, it's gonna be great. You're gonna get all these subscribers, 100K. It's not what we wanted. We wanted a
Yep.
couple million at least.
Yeah, I'm curious too to see what happens going down the road here soon because they didn't bring in the subscribers for that. And I just saw that man, I'm just getting text messages. Sorry. Um YouTube TV and ESPN are arguing over about renewing their deal. Like their actual like broadcast on TV deal.
Oh, like already?
Well, like you see this more like the local stations than you do anything else. Like they're gonna get rid of 8 or 5 or 3. You know, fight to keep your local news. This, that, the other thing. Well, it's ESPN this time,
Yeah.
and I'm like, if these guys are bickering about just broadcasting rights, do you think they're gonna get a deal done where that you can log in and see the ESPN content just because you're a subscriber to them? Like, I question whether or not there'll be one of the cable providers that allows you just to log in and subscribe that way through it.
Oh.
Is what I'm wondering. I mean, that might be part of what they're arguing about, part of what they're bickering about, but if they can't get the numbers right on just providing ESPN channels on YouTube TV, that's a whole nother element right there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
So
Hey,
it could all be part of what they're negotiating for sure, but it does make it seem like, we might be 2 months away from that ever being a thing. I may have to pay the bundle for Disney Plus, ESPN, and what is it, Hulu now for right now to be able to watch Survivor Series or War Games, I should say.
yeah. Well, I guess I don't have to worry about
No,
that
you're
because
still
I
good. You
already
guys
got
already
it.
yours is already done, so you're
It's
good.
already
Nothing
through that,
changed
so
for you.
I'm okay. By the way, can you hear him crying outside?
Barely. It's
Barely.
not distracting in any way, shape, or form.
Okay.
Like
I'll
if I
just
was just listening to us talk, I would not have noticed it.
okay. I'll just ignore him unless he starts barking at me. And he's still a baby. He's only like 9 months old. So
But so yeah, there's a lot going on with WWE. They're starting to do the push I'm noticing for next year's Vegas.
oh
More and
yeah.
more commercials for that.
Yeah, and they're starting to do the podcast promotions. Undertaker was just on Two Bears, One Cave. It's Tom Segura and Bert Kreischer's podcast, but this was Bert was out and it was just Tom talking to him. But they were behind the announcers
Don't mind me,
either
just checking the
Raw,
score.
either on Raw or SmackDown like 2 months ago or something. It was like during the summer, I
Right, they
think.
were back. They like one of the celebrity in the crowd type deal.
Yeah. So yeah. I mean, as soon as I saw a clip about like Undertaker talking to Tom, I'm just like, okay, well, I'm gonna go listen to that podcast today at work. So that was something nice to listen to. But you can tell what Tom was kind of doing the ad read for
Yeah,
the Undertaker there. That is just like, oh yeah, you get your tickets now, Vegas, and all that. It's just like, yeah,
I don't think they've done
they're
individual
starting.
tickets yet. It's still the dual tickets right now.
Well, regardless, they're starting to promote it. Um, far are we out? We're half a year out.
Yeah, we're 6 months.
Yeah, 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so starting to promote it.
With the ticket prices the way they are, they have to. I mean, there's a small part of me I don't think I'll be able to go, but there's a small part of me that goes, do I go book a hotel just in case I choose to want to do it?
Um, I mean, I ain't gonna tell you what to do, but with some of the stuff you'd have to do with
It'd
that
be a lot.
household, you might
Yeah, it'd be
want
a lot.
to not only be a lot, but that might you're not exactly sure exactly when that's coming to a head, so
Correct. I
you may
mean,
want to wait.
the difference is then the prices and everything would be outrageous.
I mean, you were ready to go in New Orleans, but then they canceled that and jacked up the price, and
But then even after that, everything here, family wise, got more crazy. Actually,
yeah,
it was one thing at the time, and then went
yeah,
way nuts.
yeah.
Family since have moved. Other family,
Oh yeah, yeah. Your backups skipped town in between that time. Yeah,
yeah,
okay.
they were still here when I booked the tickets for New Orleans.
I gotcha. Yeah, okay. That's a big factor.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, they could at least swung by and done checks and stuff like that. Whereas now they're states away. So
Yeah. Honestly, with how WWE's pricing stuff, how the economy's going right now, it's in a weird spot where everything's high. Where I'd be like, I'm pretty much almost
out of the
advising anybody to just sit, like try not to spend money.
no, it's a smart
Don't.
move.
I'm basically telling people don't splurge unless it's like something you kind of need.
I definitely would have, as I look at saunas.
Yeah, hey, you gotta have to move that.
It's a health
thing.
thing, man. I need
Yeah.
it.
I mean, if you have a little easy tear down thing, yeah, sure. But if you got some friggin' thing, I'm gonna have to come over there and help you move the damn thing. Yeah, maybe you wait. That's gonna be rough.
I mean,
Remember when we tried to put a pool table in that basement?
listen, I have a whole lot more say and stuff. We can cut that. We can cut the wall out if we have to. It's fine now.
It couldn't make the turn.
Nope, but that wall isn't structural. We can take the wall down if we need to. I got a sawzall.
I do too.
We can get through that wall, no problem. We can fit anything down there now.
I had to take out the stairs too. I almost think.
No, just the wall. We could have turned it sideways. But no,
now you could do it and not even need anyone's approval. Anyone asks, it's just like, no, you didn't hear anything.
Yeah,
don't worry. It was just a TV. You're fine.
Yeah, that's fine.
Don't worry. We weren't doing hard.
All the walls taken down anyways. No matter who takes this house over next, they need to consider waterproofing the basement again, because the house is 65 years old at this point.
Yeah, and technically no walls in that basement are going to be load bearing. I mean, other than the exterior concrete walls,
right?
And then you have
the wall in the center is put up by my grandfather. That's one that's off the I-beam. Yeah,
yeah. I was gonna say, and that's probably just hiding the I-beam. It's not even actually any support for it.
No. So, anyways, but yeah, no, the saunas are like the snap together kind that are like $2,000 to $1,500.
Okay, well, it's
not like the outdoor barrel.
Down.
About 20-minute setup, they say.
That's not bad.
No. I have the tent, but the tent doesn't get warm enough. I don't care what they say.
I guess the only concern I would have in my head is if the putting it up's no problem, but if is it a wear and tear worry if you're taking it down, putting
probably
it
can
up?
take it down once or twice. Like most things like that, in my experience, like even shelving, like that you buy, whether it's a nice DVD shelf or something like that, or a table or something like that, I feel like you get 1 or 2 teardowns on it, and that's about it. Like, I don't think you get a lot of teardowns in my experience.
Yeah.
So.
All right. So you gotta be kind of committed with what you're gonna do with this thing.
I'm going to use it nightly.
Well,
That's what I'm going to do.
well, yeah, but for potential, you might be moving to another
Well, that's
residence.
I've made some. I mean, I can look at some floor plans, I guess, but it's 46 inches by 40 inches. I'm sure I could put that kind of box size thing in an apartment if need be.
You better check with what apartments if they allow something like that, because like
Nah.
I the last one I was in didn't. I mean I cheat too. The last one I was in didn't allow fish tanks, and I still put up my 60-gallon fish tank in the kitchen.
I mean,
I'm
who's gonna
like,
come do the check?
well, me, I had sort of like maintenance guys having to come in, take a look at the furnace, and they kind of went like,
Yeah, it's a
we're not
15
going to
minute
say
teardown.
anything, but if any of them say anything, if
Right.
anyone else has to come in, they might. So careful with that.
I'll get a prescription for it. It's fine.
I went on vacation. I threw a bed sheet over it. Like, just in case they
Those
come
poor
in.
fish are like, why is it so dark?
They just were forced to sleep the whole time. Because yeah, you can't turn on the lights because they're a little warm, so they have
Yeah.
like a little vent on top. So yeah, you don't want to put a bed sheet on there, burn down your fish tank.
Those poor fish, man.
Yeah, they got to sleep for a week. I'm just like,
God.
fuck, when's the sun coming back?
Do we just give up on the wrestling podcast of this and just do a pop culture current events podcast instead?
We were kind of
Minus Ghostface, we get really derailed real fast.
We were spacing out time for possibly him to show up. We can get
I
back
suppose.
onto it.
Okay. I mean, yeah, but
we get derailed. It's what we do.
right. No, but I'm just saying the Vegas thing is like they're pushing some buttons, I think, purposely because they know typically this would have been a horribly sold Vegas event.
Mm-hmm.
Um, okay. But I think they feel like they can push a few more sales because they know they have a year where they won't be in the States. I think that's the logic. So they're going to get people who are kind of like, if I don't go this year, I'm definitely not going to go next year to Saudi. That ain't going to freaking happen. I ain't going there.
So they're in a sense, they're sort of hitting them with some FOMO.
Pretty much, because it's like, yeah, you're. I mean, people who go to Mania are going. I don't want to go to Saudi.
Yeah, I see a bunch of people ranting on Instagram and stuff like that. Like, we ain't going. It's just like they know you're not going. They're selling it to people that got money in Saudi. They're trying to get that money.
Well,
there.
even Khan said he expects some people to travel. Like he expects some people to go.
Yeah, some people are gonna risk it and go like, okay. Hopefully, they're gonna be smart and brush up on the laws and make sure they don't make some mistakes in a foreign country.
Or even getting back into our own country could be hard at this point.
Yeah, it could be. It's like, why the hell did you go there? Like I would go WrestleMania, and we're allies with that country. It's one of our allies. Why wouldn't I?
Right.
I just bring up that. It's just like, I mean, that's where we started from for Operation Desert Storm, Saudi.
I don't know. Maybe AEW wins me out. Maybe I go check out another AEW show. It's been a couple years since I've been to an AEW pay-per-view. If I get antsy and want to go somewhere in the next 2 years, because I'll probably have some free time to go in the next 2 years.
Yeah, probably somewhere in that time.
I'll probably maybe go check out Double or Nothing again or whatever. But yeah. I'd like them to go back to Vegas. I think they're perfect for Vegas personally, but I just planned it poorly. I would love them to go back to Vegas, but I don't see that happening now because of WWE being TKO and TKO being Mr. Vegas.
Yeah. If I'm doing a little bit better being able to afford stuff wise, I wouldn't mind going. I don't love going to stuff like that on my own, but if I got someone to go with, I feel better about it. That's why I didn't hunt for years. My dad stopped going, and I'm just like, well, there goes my motivation.
Yeah, I really wanted to go to Vegas, so I went. I had friends going, you're going to Vegas by yourself, like I had some friends go, if it wasn't you, I would say don't go by yourself to a place like Vegas.
Yeah, or if
I
it
only got
wasn't,
the okay because it was me, apparently.
or also if it wasn't you, going by yourself, that sounds questionable. Like, why are you just gonna be banging hookers the whole time? Why are you going there? Like, if I went there and not not in a relationship, because I'm always in a committed relationship, especially now married. Um, yeah, I could definitely see someone getting the wrong idea of me going to Vegas and be like, "So you're just gonna be banging horrors all that?"
Yeah, they were.
No,
I had a few friends
maybe
going like,
one.
"You're gonna go walk around a lot of places, aren't you?" I'm going, "Yeah." They're like, "Be wary of some of the population." That was a lot of what I got. I'm pretty sure I have like 3 to 4 friends tracking my location at all times now because I never turned it off, and they wanted that turned on my phone.
Yeah.
Uh, so,
Yeah.
but yeah, but no, I would love them to go back to Vegas because there's a lot of things I didn't get a chance to do, and I felt like they they gave you enough time to do their stuff and Vegas stuff. And so maybe they make it up to New Orleans, and maybe AEW goes to New Orleans, and I get
Maybe.
my New Orleans trip eventually, anyways.
That'd be kind of smart to undercut WWE, is where they just
Yeah, because New
AEW.
Orleans has no clue when they're getting a WrestleMania at this point.
Yeah,
None.
like if you put AEW's one of their top two biggest shows in New Orleans, yeah, that's a good stick it to them. It's
Yeah,
like, well, here we'll give you this if they ripped WrestleMania out from underneath you.
yep. I bet you that New Orleans would be happy to roll the carpet out and give them as much as they can to help produce a massive event there.
Yeah.
So
Uh, yeah, it'd be even be smart if they worked with like different indie companies and be like, come out here to some of these smaller
they don't
venues. Let's make a
they
huge
don't pull the
fucking
WWE
thing.
nonsense and try to rent out the buildings and stuff like that. They don't do that. So
Yeah,
they would that's something they should do in
yeah.
2 years for sure.
Like,
The week of WrestleMania, which Tony Khan's already said he's working on something for that, will be a massive WrestleMania esque thing, but in the states for sure.
yeah,
And they will have GCW. I'm almost positive will run it, and a handful of other. Joey Janela will do something during it, and that whole collective group of indie shows will probably be on that. They will take over the WrestleMania mantle that year. I even have to imagine that WrestleCon will go out there with AEW this time instead of WWE because again, I can't see WrestleCon going to Saudi Arabia. So like the biggest wrestling convention of the year is wherever WrestleCon is for WrestleMania, and I think that's what they'll do again. So that 2026 WrestleMania weekend could still be a big weekend, but just plan it around AEW. Don't plan it around
yeah,
typical WrestleMania.
yeah. If they were smart and just, you know, offered, just not even necessarily to, maybe they can't help some of these other things, but like encourage these indie shows, like, hey, show up here
Oh, they
around
will
New
go. They will
Orleans or
go. They don't
something.
need to
Like,
encourage it. They will go, Matt.
yeah,
They were at Double or Nothing. They were at the other end of the strip. So when
yeah,
Double or Nothing ran in 2019, 2020. No, I was sorry. 2019 was the WrestleMania I went to. Double or Nothing was 2022. Whatever year Punk was there and won the title.
yeah,
21 or 22. Don't remember which. Um, yeah, on the other side of the strip, essentially on Fremont, the old strip, I believe, was a ton of wrestling shows. One of our local guys, Dominic Guarini, was on my flight
oh,
to to Vegas. Yeah,
oh,
I walked up and said, "Hey, Dom, what's up, man?" I'm like, "Did not know you were on the card somewhere." He's like, "Oh yeah, yeah, the collective is running on the other side." I'm like, "Awesome." So like, That flight was protected. We were good. I had no concerns in that flight.
Oh yeah.
Dom was at one end of the plane. I was at the other end.
Yeah, that flight was good.
That flight was good.
There wasn't
That
gonna be no bullshit.
no,
No. And if there was, it was gonna be handled.
it was yeah, it was all good. I'm like, we're good.
Yeah, no.
So
That.
we were like a Tom Lawler short of having like Dom's jiu-jitsu background's insane. Lawler literally fought in the UFC, and then there's myself. So like
Yeah.
that would have been a well protected flight. But yeah, that was pretty cool. That was someone to talk to too as we stood in line boarding. So, but yeah, that's when I was like, oh, so the collective is running, and then he gave me the rundown of everything that was going on, and I'm like, oh, I'll have to see if I can make it over that way. I didn't make it to the old strip, unfortunately, at all. But they'll be there. The only thing that's not there is that their WrestleCon that they have there is kind of weak. Yeah. But if there's no WrestleMania, essentially, then the WrestleCon will be there, and it will be in full force. I can't imagine that all the legends that you get at WrestleCon will want to go to Saudi. I can't imagine the Trish Stratuses and all them.
Yeah, no.
No. So I think they'll still book wherever Tony Khan puts an event, and they'll still bring out all the same stars. You'll have the WrestleMania experience, but with AEW instead. 2 years from now could be a real big turning point, a real big inflection in how the landscape of wrestling looks if Tony Khan plays his cards right. Penguin news is being sent to me.
What is?
Pittsburgh Penguins.
Oh.
Not like Emperor Penguins.
Oh, okay.
But it's in small print. I'll have to look at that later. I'm actually excited for that. I watched Dynamite this week. It was good.
Sorry, watching playing baseball. All right,
yeah,
so Dynamite was good.
Yeah, Dynamite was good. I'm getting more and more into Dynamite. I mean, Raw's still good, but I think there's a handful of talent that keeps me coming back. The matches were good tonight. The matches were fantastic. If they had matches like that every night, it'd be a much closer comparison. But the fact that Dynamite can even creep up on Raw is insane because Dynamite's stars are all hurt. Swerve is out. Ospreay's out. Cole's out.
There's a lot of wrestlers just hurt. Even WWE has a big list of people.
Yeah, I keep seeing the list. Someone keeps posting the list and everybody was out.
And you kind of don't notice it until you start reading through that list and you're like, dude, that's like a roster in itself of just the people that are hurt.
Yep.
So,
yeah, but Seth now being on that list is bad. But like their top guys were healthy. They were missing a lot of the mid card guys, and then Liv is top. Let's get real.
Both the Money in the Bank winners are on the list now.
Yeah.
Although one didn't get hurt, she just got pregnant.
Yeah. What are they doing Money in the Bank being in like September or October next year?
They stuck that in September or October?
It's the end of the year. That's what they're giving New Orleans for right now.
Oh.
But instead of making it in like June or July, they've pushed it like 2-3 months.
Boy. Yeah, I don't know. I guess that kind of changes the scenario. But like when you maybe hold on to it for cash-ins for around Rumble or Mania? Have we ever had cash-ins at Mania?
Yeah.
We have? Okay.
I want to say...
Well, you have to wait the whole damn year for that before then.
Yeah.
Sheesh.
I think Seth did it that way.
He would.
To no surprise.
He would, that fucking visionary. Did you envision getting hurt again? It'll be interesting to find out that if this injury's real this time, because
I think it is.
That's
This time I'm
interesting because the last time I thought it was, and you're like, nope, no,
nope. Yeah, as soon as
no, not.
Becky posted something, I'm like, nope, nope. Last time, as soon as Becky did that, I'm like, Becky's quiet about her home life. Becky doesn't post stuff about home life. This is a work. I'm like, if Becky's involved, there that was one of my big elements to why I thought it wasn't legit.
Didn't she post something after this one though?
Probably.
No, so maybe she's
Now it's
just
not as much of a tell because they're playing the game.
so now. Now it could be like just doing it to muddy the water,
Yeah.
even though it's quite possibly legit this time. I mean, the fact that I guess the reason it's the most legit this time is because he had to give up the title. Like, he had to drop the belt.
Right.
If it wasn't, he wouldn't have dropped the belt. He'd still just figure out some way to hold on to it and BS.
There's no visionary way of doing this where your master plan loses your title for you.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. That's yeah.
So that's another reason why it's like, okay, I think this is legit. So
Yeah.
I mean, they could try to frame it in a way that he screws over Punk again for the belt, and it's like, are you gonna really just drop the belt over and over again to hurt Punk's feelings? Are you gonna really like? So there's no good way for them to frame it. This one I feel is legit, but
yeah.
They're just pushing the Vision storyline more, but I don't know if they have a direction.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously they want Braun to go after the title. I get that, but well, one, what will Bronson redo at that point, and two, like, I don't know. I just don't think there's much of a vision for Vision currently.
Yeah, there really isn't. Kind of ever since Becky Lynch came back and just working with Seth.
There's a perfect example in my mind of
messed it up.
There was an opportunity to do a one-time thing, and it derailed a long-term thing.
Yeah.
To bring AJ back, you had to bring Becky involved with Seth. And as soon as you did that, it derailed any momentum the Vision had. I grant you, yes, they did have their matches as well, and Bronson did beat Roman, but it just made it feel so disjointed that it didn't matter anymore.
Yeah. In a sense, I'm not now, but at the time I was kind of surprised to see Becky Lynch actually come back and stay back. It almost seemed like she was gonna stay home with the kid a little bit more, but that was another switch.
I'm not surprised Becky's back. Becky's kind of always been a very good company worker kind of guy. She's been like Seth. You know, the busted nose, the working through it, the main eventing, the character changes that made sense. They loved her enough that like that was supposed to be Trisha's last match in Pittsburgh at Payback, like 3-4 years ago, and then they gave that match to Becky, and Becky got to do that match. Like Becky's been like good to the company, so the company's been good to her. So I really don't ever foresee her having a maybe when she gets closer to Trisha's age, maybe she does a comeback for like 3, 4, 5 matches, then disappears. But as long as she's still in her prime, essentially, whether it's the front half, the back half, the middle half of her prime, I don't think she's going to have any short runs of a couple months and then disappear.
Yeah.
I just don't, that's not seemingly like in her nature.
Yeah. Well, I mean, at this point, I just see her as she's back, and yeah, it's not going to be short runs unless, unfortunately, an injury comes along, which I hope not.
Right. You can never really count on that either way. So,
yeah.
But
but without that, it just seems like, yeah, she's back for good until she's
Well,
got to
now it's
step
good
away.
because she even helped push the Seth narrative last week when she had a little talk with Paul Heyman in the back.
Yeah,
So, um,
yeah, that helped. Well, we're like 40 minutes in, and
yeah,
Ghostface isn't showing up. I think I'm just gonna go with the LA Knight Braun Breaker match. The one thing that really stands out with that whole thing off the top rope where it's like LA Knight having trying to like essentially knock Braun off the top rope, but fell really kind of not quite right. I think he sort of saved it. It
right.
looked like it was a mistake where he adjusted in the fall to land as best he could.
Yeah, yeah. He fell in a way that looked like he protected himself, but at the same time, he did kind of look like he bounced the back of his head off the mat a little bit.
Yeah,
Like there was a bit of a bounce.
and his feet got tied up a little bit.
Right.
Um, but all credit to him. Not long after that, not even 2 minutes later, he takes a fucking superplex after that.
Yep.
God damn. If you just had what might have potentially been somewhat botched thing off the top rope, I would not want to be taking a superplex right after it to go like, yeah, okay, could have got hurt
Well,
there. Let's hurt it more.
if it rang your bell a little bit, you're still okay because a superplex is gonna hurt, but your head and neck is protected.
So sure that, but he also kind of fell a little funny on his back. Like he didn't like you think how like they take practice bumps and they
Yeah,
land totally flat backed. He kind of didn't. He kind of landed on his side, which is
which
kind of
happens.
okay, but
Yeah, I mean, you don't ideally want to land that way, but um, in my experience, learning to take falls and being thrown, um, you're going to land on your side in a lot of hip throws or shoulder throws, like in judo and martial arts.
I guess also Ric Flair did that his whole career. He's like, I could never land flat on my back. I always sort of like landed sort of side back.
Yeah.
So
So I think he's going to be, I think he did the best he could. I think he did a really good job on saving himself
you think
when he
more
hit the
in
mat.
that spot he kind of whacked his head, rung his
My
bell
first
than
initial
anything.
thought was the back of his head hit, did one of those snapbacks like you see people have in the NFL when they get hit hard and they hit the mat, hit the ground, and their head just bounces. Only
Okay.
watched it one time, but under my initial reaction, that was my first thought too. Was he looked like he may have gotten his bell rung,
Okay. I saw a little bit of that too. It didn't. I
and they
I,
did.
I guess
The
first
ref got
glance
right
for
in there. The
yeah.
ref got right in there and checked with him and seen how he was doing and stuff like that.
Yeah,
Um,
well, the ref could definitely tell. He's like, you got caught up and fell kind of
yeah,
weird.
that was not. That's not how they train that.
No, but we've seen that go a hell of a lot worse. So
Yeah, but you're right.
I,
Still, to recover, get
I,
up, take the superplex, still very impressive.
yeah, really kudos to Braun just in the middle of just like, oh shit, I'm falling weird, to just kind of save it. Need a moment for the ref to go like, are you sure you're fucking okay after that? Just like, yeah, just give me a
I
second.
mean, a lot of that's just experience. Honestly, falling is something that you get better at doing with experience. It's why you have so many skateboarders, for example, that are kids and they get destroyed when they first start skateboarding, but by the time they're been skating for 2, 3, 4 years, you know they're jumping down a set of 8 stairs and not getting hurt over and over and over and over again.
Yeah, they kind of learn how to go with the fall.
Right. You get a good idea of, and you get just this weird body control in air that you don't have unless you practice it, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
Like, it's not like you just falling in panic, and then snapping limbs. You're falling and going, not this again. And you're contorting your body in a way to survive it, essentially.
It's
Um,
Just a little trick in the air. I lost the board. I better adjust so I land okay.
Yep. Okay, this ain't gonna work. Let me just boot the board as far away as I can and prepare to. Yep, there we go. Land and
Yep.
roll. Land and roll.
Get the fuck away board. I don't want to land on you because that'll
Yep.
really fuck me up.
Yep. Yep. I can land and roll. I don't want to land and get busted in the face by the board popping back up at me. So, but those first times you fall at skateboarding, you just panic. You're like, "Oh God, I'm gonna die," and then you do because you don't know how to avoid it. So you're like, "Ah, I knew I was going to die." By year 2, you're like, "I've been in this position before."
And just watching big Asian man get thrown out. Because he
Where Tommy
stumbled.
tried to steal.
Yeah. It
Had
looks
a
like
good
he
jump,
was.
really good jump.
Yeah, if he didn't.
Oh, he got too much momentum and got pulled off the base
Yeah.
on his slide.
Yes, it wasn't only that he kind of when he came back up, he just kind of wobbled and kind of came off the back of the bag.
That's what I mean. He had so much momentum going in that it was actually because his back leg got hung up.
Oh, okay.
See how it gets hung up and he goes to pop up? Because that back leg is so far, he doesn't. So when you slide and look all smooth, that back leg has to be closer so you can get it back under you so you can just pop up into an upright position. But that back leg hangs back so far that when he goes to pop up, he doesn't have a good base to land on, and that's why he stumbles, essentially. Yeah. And that's where that keeping the tag on does the trick.
Yeah.
I was confused. I'm like, he got a great, just watching the play as it happened on the replay, not knowing the result. Like, he got a great jump.
He did.
How the hell did he get thrown out? And that's how.
If he didn't have that balance stumble, he was safe.
Yeah, he was safe.
He beat the tag. And yeah.
And part of that may have been his slide. It looked like he was trying to hang the back leg back a little bit further. I don't know if it got caught up underneath of him or he really tried to like stretch himself out, because that leg is obviously what was going to get tagged at that point. And maybe he was trying to keep that leg back further.
Yeah, he might have been trying to dodge.
So whether it was intentional or not, that back leg getting caught up behind him a little further than it should have been meant he couldn't get his balance when he stood back up at the pop-up. Yeah. I mean, I get why they go in feet first. It's safer, but that's why I always went in head first, is because you can actually grab the base.
Yeah, and kind of hold on to it too. I saw that one of the slides in the third is like hold on to it and slow down your momentum by using your arm and then get your foot to it.
Yeah, and a lot of times when your foot goes over the bag, your foot comes off the bag. When you slide chest first, even if you do begin to overslide it, your whole body doesn't come off the bag. You just kind of like seal, like beaching seal over top of the bag. It doesn't feel good. It hurts like hell, but you stay connected to the bag the entire way through if you're going to slide over top of it. A lot of people do the swim move or try to grab the base from the side. But again, you can't. That he was out. That he popped up too much. There's times when people slide into the base and they pop up to their feet, and just for a microsecond, maybe a half a second, because of the way they're popping up, there's a part of them not touching the base, and the runner, the base, the shortstop, or somebody still has the tag on them, and they're out. And I get it by rule, that's the case, but I don't think that's the spirit of the rule. I think the spirit of the rule is to play to the base, personally.
Yeah.
Myself. And if just for a microsecond while you're getting up, you happen to come off the base, I don't think that's the problem. If I was a base running coach, I would teach all of my runners to stay down. Get on the base and stay down. And once the play is done, you call time and you stand up. But don't even try to pop up. Don't do any of that stuff. Just slide in, bury that foot into that base, bury your shin into the base as you go past, and just stay there. Do not attempt to get up.
Yep.
Because
stay on it. Because
they're teaching every fielder now to just hold that mitt on you. And as you get up, if just for a split second you are off that base, you are out. And I get it by the rule. I just don't think that's the spirit of base stealing, in my opinion. But whatever.
Yeah, it's getting a little too like what is it? How to put it?
It seems very micromanaged and very
Yeah, not like rules general, but just like the just we absolutely have to follow the rules. You're off of it for just a millisecond, and you are out. Like,
right.
okay, come on, play's
Well,
over.
yeah, so that's what I would teach though, and it would get real boring because I'd have my players slide in, get the base. We just sit there and we stare at each other. I'd be staring at the shortstop, and the shortstop would be caressing my thigh with the glove, and I'd be like,
Yeah,
"I'm not getting up. I'm gonna wait till I click the umpire. When can I get time, ump? Is the
yeah,
play officially dead? All right, time. I'm gonna get up now." Like
yeah,
that's what I would do every play
yeah.
because you're allowed to.
Yeah, it's probably what they gotta
So
do. It's just like, okay, time, okay. So we're not doing, the bullshit
yeah,
hiding the ball in the glove kind of routine. Oh, I threw it back to the pitcher.
and they do that too. And there's
Yeah,
times when everyone gets up and everyone will get up and the fielder will have the ball and just randomly just go back and just smack you once with the ball. Like, you still on, buddy? You still on? And yeah, or if I dove in head first every time, I would do that too, because I would dive in, and even in like little leagues or whatever, you dive in, you got to get time because when you stand up, you need to take 3 steps away from the base and empty the half pound of dirt that's down the front of your pants out of your pants. That happens every time. You got to flip the belt at least. The belt should stop it, but there will be, I mean, a handful of dirt that you have to empty out of your belt line essentially from stealing the base.
yeah.
So, but yeah. Anyways, so still 5-5. That's
Going to extra innings now. Top of the
yeah.
10th.
We're in extra innings now. That's my boy. Let's go, Blue. That is our old second baseman now playing shortstop for the Blue Jays.
Gotcha. Oh,
So hopefully he does something here. Big fan.
hopefully.
So, but yeah, I think the match was good. I mean, you're just gonna what? You're gonna promote Braun by burying LA Knight? Is that what we just did there? I don't say buried, but it
Yeah.
was a hell of a match. But you essentially elevated Braun above LA Knight.
Yeah. Yeah, I have mixed feelings about that because it's just like, okay, we kind of got like LA Knight up in, up out of the mid card with like Jay and Punk. And then what are we doing here with Braun? Like, is this to mean Braun is now like
I'm
up with the big
exaggerating.
boys? Or
Yeah,
not?
exactly. That's what this is, into my opinion. I'm
That's what
exaggerating because I feel bad
that-
for LA Knight, but
Okay.
you nailed it. This isn't meant to actually demote LA. This is meant to put Braun on the top level without having him have to beat or pin one of the two people going for the belt Saturday night.
Okay, so this is trying to get more, as like Stone Cold would call it, like dance partners up in the upper echelon.
Yeah.
Now that we lost Seth.
Yep,
And,
precisely.
Okay. Yeah. Well, that would be good because it was getting friggin' thin.
Yeah, it's a good thing, but it in a way now pushes LA Knight further away from the title tonight because now it's going to push Braun closer to the title in theory.
Yeah.
So the winner of this match, and it's going to be War Games, and so I don't know if they're going to have a world title match or anything like that anyways at War Games, but you're going to have the battle between the four of them at this point.
Yeah.
And you got to be careful because, not careful, but it feels like they might be trying to elevate Jimmy to that status too.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. Right now, it looks like they're using Jimmy to facilitate a ruthless looking Jay. But in the process, they're kind of elevating Jimmy in the same process.
Yeah.
So,
Because Jimmy could have got real bitter right there and like, okay, well, if you get the strap, I'm going to be the next one to challenge you and take it off you.
He indirectly did at the beginning part of the show by saying, I think we both, I think your actions pretty much say that you weren't sure if you were walking away the winner of that match if it came down to me and you.
Yeah. Oh boy.
So
they messed up there. They shouldn't have sent the runner home.
I missed it.
They
I'm going to be summoned here soon.
They tried to send him from, I think, what was it? Was he on first to home? I've been happy just getting him the third.
Yeah, he was out.
He was out by a fucking mile.
Yep.
Okay,
yeah, like I said, I'm going to be summoned here in a second.
Well, you want to wrap things up at 55 minutes then?
Yeah, probably, because I think I'm actually literally going to be called to help here in a second.
All right. Well, anyways, it was another good Raw. They're in the right momentum.
Yeah, definitely went the right direction. Another good episode of Raw.
Yeah. So, all right, let's wrap it up then. Since you're gonna have to get going, we'll have a short one for this week.
Yeah, an hour is kind of on the shorter side. So.
Yep.
But all right, it's been fun. Good show. Got distracted a lot, but it happens.
Yeah, it's that time of year.
Yep, there's a lot going on.
World Series football.
Yep. All right. It's been fun. We'll talk to you again maybe this Friday. We'll see.
Yeah. Maybe this Friday, maybe this Saturday. We're not totally sure yet.
Yep.
But
okay.
We'll
see.
We've been Matt and Matt, and